Thieves steal giant gold coin worth millions. The world's second largest gold coin was stolen from a museum in Germany by thieves who used some pretty old-fashioned methods to get the job done. The big maple leaf coin was issued by the Royal Canadian Mint in 2007 and is worth an estimated $4 million. The coin was stolen from the Bode Museum in Berlin in the early hours of Monday by at least two thieves who used a ladder to enter the building through a rear window. The 100-kilogram coin was displayed in a bulletproof glass cabinet. The thieves smashed their way in with a heavy tool, possibly a sledgehammer. They left the museum the same way they came in, and then pushed the coin in a wheelbarrow down railway tracks toward a nearby park. Investigators believe the coin was damaged when the thieves then rappelled down from the railway tracks and made their escape in a getaway car. Police suspect the thieves had inside information because they somehow managed to evade all of the museum's security guards and alarms. The museum is refusing to reveal just what security it had in place, and the cops fear the coin has already been melted down and sold. Say no to safe spaces on YouTube. Support TomoNews at patreon.com/TomoNews. Stay tuned for more tales of brazen robberies. Audacious thief steals pot of gold. A surveillance video released by the NYPD this week has captured the moment a daring thief made off with a pot of gold in broad daylight in Midtown Manhattan. The footage shows the intrepid opportunist stealing an 86-pound bucket of gold flakes, worth nearly $1.6 million, from an armored truck on September 29th. Now, you're probably wondering who would leave a pot of gold just lying around on the street. Well, when one security guard went to make a pickup, the other remembered he'd left his cell phone in the cab. Obviously, no one wants to miss a Facebook update or the chance to play Pokemon Go, so it's understandable that the guy went back to get his phone. But the cops say it was during this 20-second window that the thief saw his chance and took it. According to the cops, the suspect is a Hispanic man aged between 50 and 60 years old. He's 5'6", weighs 150 pounds, and was wearing a black vest, green shirt, blue jeans, and carrying a black messenger bag. Oh yeah, did we mention he was also carrying an 86-pound bucket of gold that was so heavy he had to keep stopping for breath, for Christ's sakes? The thief made off east down 48th Street before completing his getaway near 3rd Avenue. That's a 10-minute walk for you and me, but it took our ballsy leprechaun an hour to make the half-mile journey. Some reports said the thief got into a van at 49th Street and 3rd Avenue, but others said he simply disappeared. And it's not clear from the footage if this could be the van in question. The cops think the guy is hiding out in Florida, around Orlando or Miami, but there's been no sign of him or the loot. Let us know if you've got any idea of what someone could do with 86 pounds of gold flakes. Now this is what you call a brazen robbery. 4:30 a.m., Tuesday, March 1st, 2016. A pickup truck arrives at a gun store on South Wilcrest Drive in Houston, Texas. The suspects attach a chain from the truck to the store's door, and after a couple of good tugs, bam, the doors open, and as many as 10 bad guys rush inside. This surveillance video, posted to LiveLeak, shows angles from different cameras in the Carters County gun store, and as you can see, the thieves knew what was worth grabbing. Snatching up expensive rifles first, the robbers move on to handguns and perhaps a bit of ammo. About 50 weapons were taken, but no one apparently was interested in that rack of hunting rifles on the wall. The store is an FFL, or Federal Firearms Licensee, meaning it's authorized to conduct interstate gun sales. Obviously, this store had the good stuff, and these guys knew it. After police and Crime Stoppers urged the public to provide tips, the ATF arrested 3 suspects on Thursday, and it likely won't be long before the rest of the robbers are rounded up as well. These dudes were pretty good at yanking off bars, but now they'll get to enjoy some time behind them.
Fake armored truck driver steals $75,000 from Walmart. A man disguised as an armored truck driver successfully pulled off a heist at a Walmart in Oklahoma on Saturday. A man pretending to be a Loomis armored truck driver managed to con Walmart employees in Bristow, Oklahoma, even though he didn't drive a Loomis vehicle. He was wearing what appeared to be a Loomis uniform, though it lacked a logo. The man somehow convinced staff to give him the store's bank deposit. He walked away with more than $75,000 in cash. Walmart staff didn't realize the error until the real Loomis armored truck came to make the pickup some 30 minutes later. Federal authorities are on the case and are investigating whether the man is a former Loomis or Walmart employee.
Say no to safe spaces on YouTube. Support TomoNews at patreon.com/TomoNews.
New evidence suggests $4.8 million gold heist was an inside job. Detectives investigating the robbery of $4.8 million in gold as it was transported through North Carolina believe the crime was an inside job. The two Trans Value security guards were transporting gold and silver from Florida to Massachusetts in an unmarked 18-wheeler. The men had just refueled the vehicle. The passenger complained the strong smell of gasoline made him feel sick, so he asked to pull over so he could vomit. When the guards exited the cab, 3 armed men in an unmarked white van approached. The robbers ordered the guards to the ground. Their hands were bound with zip ties and they were marched into nearby woods. Investigators believe the suspects tried to steal the 18-wheeler, but changed plans because none of them knew how to operate the commercial vehicle. The robbers stole 275 pounds of gold bars contained in 5-gallon buckets. They left behind silver valued at $5 million. Officials find it suspicious the suspects knew the unmarked trailer contained valuable cargo, but they are exploring all possibilities.
Antique books stolen in Mission Impossible-style heist. A gang of well-organized thieves stole rare books worth nearly £2 million in London last month, just days before the antiques were due to be flown to the US for an event. 3 thieves climbed onto the roof of a storage facility near Heathrow Airport between January 29th and January 30th and drilled holes into the reinforced glass fiber skylights. The gang rappelled 40 feet down while avoiding the warehouse's motion sensor alarms. The robbers sifted through 4 containers of antique books, checking the titles against stock lists and taking only those they wanted. Early works by Galileo, Da Vinci, and Isaac Newton were among those taken. But the jewel in the haul was a 1566 copy of On the Revolutions by Copernicus, worth £215,000. 160 selected books were put in bags and pulled up to the roof, before then being lowered to a waiting van. Authorities speculate that the books were stolen to order, since it would be impossible to sell them for a hefty price on the regular market.